Mhm. Mhm. Where do you want to go next? If you'd like to see Liyue's tourist spots, I have a few references.
Oh, okay. Oops. Oh.
Yeah!
Ew.
You win.
Knock him down. Open fire! Bullseye! Locked on! I got it! Cool it down! Locked on!
Wow.
Locked on! Hold on to your hats. Take me up! Open fire! Fire in the hole! Watch out!
Master Scorched, what will it be?
Stay calm, stay calm! Lightning, terrified! Stand with me! Everybody stand back! Huh?
I'm the frying pan into the fire. Hey,
A round of applause! Step right up! Yeah! Dada Kondala. Be all right. I'm going in. Let's light it up.
I'll settle this.
Here comes the finale, and voila!
Yay! No. Apa? Oh.
Ah, you're here. Have some fruit juice. I got it specially for you two.
How did you know? That's Paimon's favorite!
You look like you've still got questions. Ask away. Because they had their own lives to live. The thought of telling them, abandon your families and everyone you love, and come with me to the end of time, for in 500 years Natlan will be destroyed, it seemed too cruel. You could just as easily point out that everything in this world would come to an end eventually.
Hello.
But life is short. And imagine if I said, let's leave right now, and go save the sun because it'll flame out in a few million years. It would sound quite ridiculous. I couldn't make them shoulder that burden with me. Besides, every generation will have its heroes, this one included. The plan could still work without them. Or, of course, without me. But since I was the one who came up with the plan, I felt duty-bound to see it through to the end.
My day, it's been okay. Outside is raining, so yeah. Yours?
Paimon's suddenly remembering that portrait in your room. Was that your family from back then?
Yes, it was. So when you asked me who my sister grew up to be, the truth is that very little information survives. From what I've been able to piece together, I can conclude with a reasonable degree of confidence that she ended up as an architect and artist. She played an instrumental role in rebuilding the scions of the Canopy tribe, designing and building many houses. But of course, none of her buildings are around anymore. Still, it was an impressive achievement, and I'm very proud of her. You feel loss keenly. It seems to stir up feelings of regret in you. But this is something I have long since come to terms with. This is a war, and there can be no war without loss. I am already far more fortunate than those who lost their lives to the Abyss. The people of Natlan look to me as their Archon, and the weight of their expectations is mine to bear. I must see our fate through.
Yeah, doesn't that mean the way everything ends has already been written, including your plan?
I suppose, but so what? Don't forget, time takes many forms. The past, even if the future ends in destruction, there's still no reason to give up on the here and now. And it's precisely because we humans cannot know our fate that we will never give up on our struggle. This is a pivotal moment. We are still 2 heroes short. Well, 3 to be precise. There's one further hero who I'm hoping to get on my side, whatever it takes. Your resistance to the corrupting power of the Abyss is truly remarkable. It would easily make you an all-important figure in the upcoming battle. If you agree to join us, you will not only gain my full support in your journey, but I will also forge a brand new ancient name for you.
Ancient names can be forged?
They can. Several strict conditions must be met, but if they couldn't be forged at all, then the number of them in circulation would have long dwindled to 0. Possessing an ancient name would mean that your adventures in Natlan are recorded in full. Your stories would be remembered by our people for all the years to come. The Ode of Resurrection may have temporarily lost its power, but still, take this as my personal guarantee that I shall never let you fall. Just like in the Night Kingdom, I will be there for you. That is a promise I will fulfill at all costs. This nation always honors its heroes.
Yeah, we can't just ignore the situation here.
Wonderful. Then I'll reach out to Shilonen right away. She's the one who will forge the name. We've never forged an ancient name for an Outlander before, but I trust she'll find a way.
My lord, we've received word that the Pyro Archon has lost much of her power. Although your injury complicates things, this is most certainly the opportune time to seize the Gnosis.
Victory and defeat are rules, not outcomes. I have never taken advantage of an opponent in a time of weakness, and I don't intend to start now. As for you, I must confess, I did not expect that little trick of yours to save the day.
No matter how dense the fog, as long as the sun remains, we cannot turn day into night. She could have dispelled it. She simply chose not to. You don't have much time, and you're injured on top of that. What do you plan to do next?
Losers! Loser!
I'm beginning to see just how useful you may turn out to be. You heard something from here, didn't you?
Holy.
The show begins!
Wow! Spartator! Ah! Não explode. Hei, da, sunt român.
Osmo. Boats are made for transferring commodities back and forth. And those that come across Liyue tend to stay a while. So it is where many things come to settle.
Oops.
Let's finish this fast.
Something's hiding behind that statue! Aw, it's a baby Ectomisaur! So cute! Although, why is it staring at us? Traveler!
Aoleu! Tu nu poți să zbori, nu-mi place de tine.
Where's Paimon out? Paimon locked eyes with that baby Iktomi. Any idea what happened? Traveler? Look! It's that baby Iktomi. Seems like it wants us to follow it.
Ay,
Paimon's
tanong.
adventurous side says we have.
Shit. Tạm này. Versi munkájákon ¿Dónde es? Chip chirip. Ah, es stage. Hello.
Crumble!
Ugh. Dacă mai cad din cauza ta, nu te mai iau. Nu vorbești cu... Da, asta. Cu mine vorbești. Să explorez, dar nu vreau.
Wonder if we're allowed in here. Oh, the Tommy store from earlier. It's really heat. Then let's go introduce ourselves.
Wow.
Hello there. Okay. Probably doesn't understand what we're saying. Doesn't look like any cogs are turning in there. Whoops, sorry. No offense intended.
You there! You dare disrespect our elder?
You there?
Oh, you mean... Oh, I see. Sorry, my mistake. Apparently you are here by invitation. Some introductions are in order. I am Kaholam, and this is our Iktomisor elder, the great Tlapokpokteets Tatel, a living totem among the masters of the Nightwind.
Tlapopotits?
Whoa, that's quite a tongue twister.
In truth, we usually go with Elder Tlapo. I assume you're referring to our elder's special ability. Elder Tlapo has been alive for many centuries, but one thing I can say for sure is that Elder Tlapo has appointed the two of you to an extremely important task. For this,
What sort of task?
if it's all right with you, I'll take you to Very well. Then please follow me. You can use this scroll to go directly to the obsidian altar. Don't worry.
Whoa, what was that just now?
One of the routine duties of a priest. We attempt to contact the spirits of our ancestors to seek epiphanies and revelations. The chief is just over there. Please wait here while I have a word with him. I'll just be a moment.
Well, the Masters of the Nightwind are definitely living up to their reputation as the mysterious ones.
All right, I've told the chief why we're here, and now you may speak with him. Right this way.
So, you two are the appointed ones. I am Chief Biram. Welcome, and thank you for your patience.
So tall.
Unusually so. Yes, I am aware, but I assure you, it's no cause for alarm.
Oh, no, of course not. Sorry, Paimon just reacted without thinking.
Ah, yes. Throughout our history,
Really?
allow me to explain. Our tribe has an old tradition of recording history in the form of woven scrolls, and not just our own history. We record the legends and heroic feats of all other tribes as well. It is a tradition we have observed for many centuries. We treat it as a solemn duty. However, when a major event occurs that affects all of Natlan, we record it on a different kind of scroll, used for and these scrolls can only be woven by someone of the Ictomisaur Elder's choosing. When the Ictomisaur Elder senses a major change in the ley lines, it will issue a formal declaration to appoint a creator for this scroll.
Whoa, so you mean...
Elder Tlapo sensed a ley line change quite some time ago, but had not yet designated the scroll weavers until you were...
Okay, but just so you're aware, we don't know the first thing about weaving scrolls.
As a matter of fact, that does not surprise me at all.
How come?
In the 200 years that Elder Tlapo has held this position, none of the appointed ones have ever been experienced scroll weavers.
Does that mean 200 years of major historical events have gone unrecorded?
No. They all submitted scrolls in time, yet each of them claimed it was not their own work, but a gift from the spirits.
Man, this tribe gets more mysterious by the second.
Yes, well, that is the part that troubles me. The notion that we have to rely on esoteric things like gifts from the spirits to record history.
Huh. That's pretty
But I am something of an exception. I may be the chief, but when it comes to our traditions, I'm in fact a proponent of change and reform. I have dedicated my energies to deciphering the many mysteries.
Wow, that sounds...
Only a small handful of events over the years have been recorded on these special scrolls. And by the time the next scroll weaver is appointed, my time as chief will be long gone.
So...
While I haven't gotten to the bot
Oh,
precisely,
damn it.
it's nothing to be worried about. Simply a means of valid... I can explain. This garb is...
Oh...
Please, follow me.
Oh, ganun, sumalis.
Do you see this scroll?
Hey, Raris.
Touch it.
Bye
You
to.
will enter a hidden space. Today's test is, quite simply, to find a way to escape that space.
That's it?
I assure you, it's not as easy as it sounds. If you cannot find your own way out, I will of course intervene to bring you back here. But then, we will be no closer to solving this mystery. Good. Simply touch the scroll to begin the test.
Stał. Się zafakiało. A, okej. Wow!
Whoa, we really did get teleported. It seems like this place is completely sealed off. Doesn't look like there's an exit anywhere. Let's take a look around and see what we can find.
Sinceramente știu acum. Ne uităm la peștera unui tribe, da. Știi?
there are so many woven scrolls here? Paimon remembers seeing some of them before. This one really stands out from the rest. Yeah, you're right. Over there, something just flashed. Traveler. Oh, right. Paimon's... Oh, right.
Fish con qualche elemento al site. Ah. 재밌네.
Aha! There is something hiding here! Yep, this looks like our ticket out of this place.
와우.
We finally made it out!
It is just as I thought. You are indeed capable of undertaking. Yes. You saw many distinctive-looking scrolls there, didn't you?
Sure did.
This specific kind of scroll was left to us by our ancestors. Upon investigation, I discovered what sets it apart is the use of a color not featured in ordinary scrolls. It is a most mysterious color that most people cannot even detect. I myself had to employ special techniques to confirm its existence. Yet there are those who are born with a natural ability to perceive it. And that is why I wanted to test.
You mean...
That space you just entered was an exhibition room for storing this variety of woven scroll. Centuries ago, a great shaman by the name of Huitzilin put in place a security measure so that anyone who entered the room without permission will become trapped inside. It exists to this day. And although I have not managed to decipher how it works, I have at least found out how to turn it on and off. Once someone is trapped inside, it is all but impossible for them to escape without outside help. Unless they share the great shaman's ability to perceive that strange color. Clearly, you must have this ability, which leads me to believe that our Ictomisaur Elder can sense this ability in people, and that it appoints a scroll weaver on this basis.
Another secret power? Traveler, you are full of mysteries. Still, having this ability doesn't change the fact that neither of us know where to start with weaving a scroll.
Don't worry about that. The method for weaving this kind of scroll appears to be largely the same as for an ordinary scroll. The main difference is in the dye that gives it its unique color. If my suspicions are correct, this dye is the key to weaving the scroll, and your special ability is the key to obtaining it. The dyeing process is also a little different from the norm, but I don't anticipate any major issues there. As long as you two can source the dye itself, I can assist with the application.
Cool! We'll follow your lead!
Great! Then please use your abilities to source the necessary ingredients. And in the meantime, I will have someone prepare some fabric for test dyeing. We'll make a few sample pieces to test out my hypothesis. And if that goes well, we can begin the scroll in earnest. If you agree to help, you can expect to be handsomely rewarded once this is all over. So, what are your thoughts?
Agreed, especially if there's a reward in it. What is the reward, by the way? Is it food? Paimon hopes it's food.
Given the stakes involved for our tribe, I was thinking a substantial sum of mora would be appropriate. Sure.
Mora works too. Anyway, how do we go about finding these ingredients? Are we supposed to just keep walking around Natlan until we stumble across them?
Thankfully not. I've already identified a location where I suspect they may be found. Your guide is waiting just outside.
Oh, completed. How do we shield?
Yep.
There is no escape!
All the world holds dear is but a backdrop of constant motion. I stand before it, alone and unchanging.
Let's hope you pull up a good fight.
Let's finish this fast.
Yes. Ooh.
Shine down. Here comes strike of the dust storm.
Hey, everyone prepare.
Finish this next time.
That was quick.
Curiosity deserves a reward. Ah. May I present?
Let's hope you'll put up a good fight.
The show begins!
There is no escape! Here comes the dust storm!
Let's finish this next time. Let's finish this next time.
That was quick.
Stabilize.
Committed to memory. This might hurt a little bit. Yeah, 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 yeah. Find anything you like?
Uh-oh. That's a yes. No. 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 Wow.
I wonder who this gift could be from.
More.
Hey, Thierry, it's me.
Oh,
Oh, so you've got news of that already.
oh, okay.
Are you sure there isn't?
I mean, where I work is really up to me. Let's just say I enjoy the ambiance of Poisson. Callous to defend, it would be next to him. Anyway,
Ah, yes. What happened
Let's
with
go.
if you want to go through...
That'd be much
Of course. Why do you ask?
Well, so, if you...
If I had to make an analogy, when you order a dish, the chef will make it for you. If you try to make removing a so I can promise, they're certainly not cheap. So, whoever their owner is must be super rich, powerful, or both.
Oh,
Then you're officially in the clear, Thierry.
Jokes aside, I'll be staying in the city.
Hello. How may I help you?
I'm here to see Marcel. Could you please let him know? You can just say Navia's looking for him.
Sure. I will let him know right away.
Navia, hello. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm not as young as I used to be, so my legs are giving out a bit.
Oh, it's all right, Uncle Marcel. There's no need to stress. I just wanted to talk to you briefly about what happened in the Opera House. I'm sure you saw everything too, right?
Yes, I've never seen anything so strange.
Oh, you were at the Opera House too?
That's right. I went there with Navia to see the magic show. Who knew it would turn into a whole murder mystery? I also witnessed your marvelous sleuthing work. Quite impressive. To beat the Hydro Archon at her own game on her own turf, I can already imagine everyone in Fontaine discussing your exploits over a few glasses of wine.
Oh, Paimon doesn't want to become the talk of drunkards.
Apologies. It's just how Fontaine is as a nation. Everyone loves drama and theatrics.
Uncle Marcel, you've also noticed that other thing, right? The fact that humans can dissolve in water?
Yes, I was reminded of your father's case right away. Is that what you're investigating now?
Exactly.
Oh, and what makes you say that?
Bigyan mo siya kaamto.
We were attacked on Araneus by some unnumbered Gardamex. And there was also an attempt to get me to drink water from the primordial sea. If not for the vigilance of my partner, I probably wouldn't even be here talking to you right now.
Oh, you're giving us too much credit. Wasn't it you who protected us?
Alas, it seems things are heating up again. The peace that Callus sought so dearly will soon become a thing of the past.
Oops.
But rest assured, Navia, Poisson will always remain a safe haven. If anyone dares...
Thank you, Uncle Marcel. But I don't intend to go and... Do you have any new...
The confrérie was Then I heard the sound...
Oh, it's okay. No...
Sounds good. All my wealth comes from...
We've talked to all three...
None of them sounded particularly suspicious.
Anyway.
But where should we start? You've brought...
According to Jacques...
So, Jacques fired the first shot?
Oh? And why is that?
Ooh, that's a good point.
So, what would make more sense from his perspective would be to turn his back on the Order and seek protection from my father. Makes sense. But without evidence, that's still just a theory. Besides Jacques, the attack from the Gardamex has been bothering me quite a... It's obvious that our enemy has become more antsy after the secret of the primordial seawater was revealed.
Do you think he knew, even then, that we'd follow this lead to the end?
Given everything that's happened since, it's quite possible. But who among the three suspects would have the ability to control privately owned Gardamex? Florent? It is, but Spina di Ros...
So you're saying he...
Exactly. He can't. And even if he could, I don't think he would be able to dispatch a... Thierry, you say? But...
Yeah, if the mecha were taken from the guards, it should be pretty easy to find.
Uncle Marcel, and with funds from the Confrérie, it's still really hard. Also, wouldn't this mean he has been spending a whole lot of Mora? Who could it be?
Ooh.
You know, if you think everything through, Uncle Marcel is indeed the most suspicious of them all.
Could we be missing other suspects? Malus didn't know about the people turning into water thing when he narrowed it down to these three, did he?
Malus has always been very reliable, and his judgment of others' trustworthiness has been fair and well considered. When the suspect is knowledgeable about the Spina's internal affairs, has the means to dispatch Mecha to assassinate us, and possesses significant intellect and foresight. Even if I don't want to believe it, I'm starting to see how things—
Well, we still have another trump card on top of all the theorizing and speculating.
Yes. We need far more solid proof before we—
Navia, here you are. Oh,
Huh?
yeah,
Wasn't that place built—
I know. But they said the person they're putting on trial is a Fatui harbinger called Tartak.
What?
Yeah.
Well,
Wait,
that's what I thought was strange. If the charge against...
right.
Yeah.
Huh? Split up?
Ah,
What do you mean? Since this is you're right. I won't have any chance
Oh
of
my
making
God,
that charge
just
stick. I won't have... It'll be...
We'll help you.
Demoiselle, please allow us to accompany you.
I'm ready.
Malus, Silver.
We heard that you'll be leaving Poisson. It's our hope that...
See you then. Now that Navia has set out for Aranias, we should also get going. The location has already been marked on the map, so let's head over. Huh. According to Malus's info, the synth production base is underwater. Let's go and try to find the entrance. Finally found it! Huh. So this is the entrance that leads to this... your Navia's probably...
It would appear that I must repeat my question again, Mr. Tartaglia. Do you accept the charge that you are the true culprit behind the serial disappearances case?
leave the twink alone.
To be perfectly honest, I don't understand your country's complicated court system, or the reason why I'm being charged with something I've never even heard of.
Nie prost, lasă-l în pace. Child, ești prost. Ia-ca acasă.
However, I did. In which case, as long as I accept the charge, I've got to admit, when I privately sparred with her last time, she was obviously holding.
Hey! Don't you understand? You're currently the prime suspect for a major case. This.
Oh? Sounds like the Hydro Archon. Then why don't you duel me too? I'm the kind of.
Alas, it would. In that case, let.
That case had nothing to do with him. You. Huh? What's going? What?
I told Miss Navia this, but that was an
Oh, please. We can put that discussion aside for now.
Dalam
I'm not
kanila-
here to argue, and if my
Oh, a young... So, Your Honor, is there nothing else for me to do now?
You may take a seat for now in the audience, but that doesn't mean the suspicions against you have been lifted. Now then, Miss Navia.
That person... Something's... Marcel, the head of Confrérie of Cabrières!
Huh? What confrérie? Never heard of them in my life.
I've heard of them, but weren't they Spina di Rosula's sister organization?
Oh, is this going to be a friends to enemies type situation?
Please let me remind you, Miss Navia, that charging someone is an incredibly serious and if the charge...
Yes.
In that case, I declare members of the guards. Mr. Marcel.
I think an attorney...
Very well.
I would like to take it only through illusion.
Navia, come on. If that's enough to...
Exactly correct, Your Honor.
I see. In which case, I will recount the findings about that case as originally recorded by Maison Gardiennage.
Dám fokú disaster dato.
On the day of the murder, Spina di Rosula hosted a large banquet in a countryside estate owned by the Confrérie of Cabrières. During the banquet, when the guests arrived at the scene, the guards' investigation did not... The suspect did not dispute that Callus was defeated by... These are the known facts about the case.
The one, and after that... However... Something's not right. Let me think for... Something's not...
down there.
The testimony of the victim, however, unfortunately... This assassin first shot Jacques. A pile of but since it... Realizing this, the true culprit caused the hired assassin to dissolve into water.
So that's what happened. Wait, you're telling me something as dangerous as water from the primordial... has been used for all these years?
What a great theory. It also explains Callus's and Jacques' respective motives. I guess they didn't shoot each other after all.
Mr. Marcel, you are the one being charged with the crime. You should provide a rebuttal if you wish to prove your innocence.
But I think I agree with everything Navia just said. In fact, there was nothing in her speech that directly implicated me.
Then, may I ask some questions? In my opinion, we primarily need to determine two things. One, do you have the evidence to back up your claims?
I'm afraid not. At least not at this very moment.
Boo! If you don't have any evidence, you should just go home!
I may not have the evidence with me, but I know where I could go to collect it. If we look up the deserted clothes against a record of people who went missing around the same time, we should be able to find a match. Considering the serial disappearances case, the guards probably kept careful records of all missing persons from around that time, regardless of age or gender.
That makes sense to me. Monsieur Neuvillette, I would consider this to be a reasonable investigative direction.
Why do I feel like Farina's acting a little differently today?
Maybe she's scared of embarrassing herself again?
Alternatively, she's become more diligent after charging an innocent citizen in the last trial.
My second question has to do with the ensuing duel. If the truth is indeed as you described, then why didn't Mr. Callis explain himself in court? If he had testified that a person had been dissolved, he could have at least mounted a defense.
I've thought about this too, and the answer is actually pretty simple. He felt there were things that were more important to him. The dissolving power of water from the primordial sea is an important secret for the true culprit of the serial disappearances case. My father could have exposed it for all to see, but he chose to take it to the grave. At that time, Spina di Rosula was in dire straits, and his reputation had already been shattered. He had what was certain.
Boss once told me that...
What? If the secret had gotten out, of course, the guards might eventually figure out the truth of, but what good would that do? Had this up, but by staying silent, I was able to, and once I have figured out the truth and stepped up to the challenge, that's right.
Do you have an...
Of course, all you need. I don't need your apology, but since he entrusted it,
As a champion duelist, I've fought many battles and taken a countless in my line of work. I've seen all kinds. Just one look and I hereby swear on my name and honor as a champion duelist that Mr. Callis never intended to leave the ring alive.
Since that's your testimony,
I concur. However, Miss Navia...
Right? What she said was fascinating, but kind of beside the point.
Wait, weren't they just talking about...
Of course, Your Honor. The two cases are connected via a matter of, in my father's case, the culprit and at the end of Linny's trial, the culprit also only dissolved the victim in front of it. The culprit could only time their actions so precisely, coincidentally.
So that's why I'm used to it, though.
No need to appeal.
I won't try to refute... your points one by one. But even if everything... On top of that, does a person have to be physically... I know that even... Alas, who won't feel at least a little... But if I were to... Do you know what the biggest...
I suppose you're...
It's timing. I'm a businessman in addition.
I do...
No.
Is there anything... You can also take a look at my border entry records. Or ask my friend... Could those records and testimonies do something to appease...
Seems like she got... At this rate...
I think you've done us a... But aren't you going... He wished for you to be... Once you've learned to be more considerate of others' feelings, and to stop rushing headlong into...
This isn't just about me. And it never... The biggest difference with the people whose family... Many people's image... And whose image is it a man named... Oh. I was waiting...
Solidified!
Hey! Whoa! The floor is Is it because of this mechanism in the middle? That guy really prepared a lot of stuff for this place. Paimon thinks we need to go up, but Paimon doesn't see a way. Let's take a look around. Maybe we'll find a hidden mechanism that'll show us the way up. The water level is rising! Now we can swim to the top! But this is still a ways away from where we need to go.
May I present?
Shine down! I see everything. Commit it to memory.
Stabilize!
There is no escape!
Hey! Now the path is clear! Let's go!
Solidify!
The show begins!
Shine down!
Everyone hold hands!
Stabilize!
Illusion shattered!
Shower me with praise!
After all, though, as expected, that... What's this over here? Looks like some kind of experiment number. The experiment was a failure. No individual managed to resurface from the water from the primordial sea. Sorry, Traveler. Paimon will try her best. How can someone write something that terrible and you read the rest? Paimon's too scared to keep going. So that, wait, did he really think he'd be able to find a way just by dissolving people over and over? That's just insane! Huh? Isn't that the name you heard by the phone? Paimon thought he was an eyewitness in the serial disappearances case. Ah, you mean Vache is the one who did all of these... So that's it? No, that's not it either! If that's the case... In any case... Let's see what's written. Callus. Navia's father. Oh, this seems to... This should prove the existence of the third person, right? We still have the old dogs. He can act when I concur. Let's send some... Oh, seems like we've got a bunch of correspondence between the higher-ups. Whoa! There's so much synth here! And so many bottles of ingredients that probably just contain the... Mixing in progress. Whoa! There's even fruit-flavored synth? Yep! What's all this? Pink accessories, a hair tie, a necklace, even a makeup box. Oh, Paimon sees it too, but... Huh? You mean the girls from... And all the boxes of things. These names. That means... Oh, this is terrible! That means this is where they make all the synth. If you dilute it with normal water, you'll get synth. But the pure stuff can dissolve a human. Paimon will take notes on this incriminating evidence. We've looked at almost everything here, and it seems like our theories were spot on. But... yeah, we haven't found anything that reveals his true identity. No wonder even Neuvillette wasn't able to find anything. Whoever it is probably destroyed everything to do with that name a long time ago. That way, even if we bring all this back to the opera, we won't be able to identify the true culprit. Sure thing. You take that side. Ugh. Nothing at all. And Paimon can't even find snacks either. Whoa, really? Let Paimon see. Vinier. Isn't that Vache's lover's name? Then... aw. It's just a normal diary chronicling their love... So many! The final name... Marcel... Wait, but... Hey! Paimon still hasn't...
And whose image do you... Is it a man named Vache? Oh, so you do know that name.
I'm merely surprised you'd suddenly say the name of someone I've never even heard of.
I was waiting for you to say that.
Navia! We're back!
As expected of my partner. I just knew you'd return in the nick of time.
Just how often do you intend to flout the rules of this court?
It's all right, Monsieur Neuvillette. Given their confidence, I expect they've found the crucial evidence. But the truth of it, Marcel, is that you've always been Vache.
Oh my god!
We've investigated your lair and we already know everything! After your lover, Vinier, was dissolved, you kept abducting young women to experiment on the hopes of bringing her back to you! You even created Marcel as a new identity and destroyed all records of your past as Vache!
So that's it. Even the villains in opera performances rarely go that far. And with that, Marcel's motive has now been established.
This information regarding your past also dismantles your prior time. Well, Marcel, do you know where you went wrong? You fixated your gaze on the lover that passed away, instead of paying attention to the living people around you. So, you never noticed how we changed, or how we grew as individuals.
You also never understood Boss's real expectations for his daughter.
Or our determination to see things through.
Your determination?
Mr. Marcel, please speak up now if you would like to defend yourself. Otherwise, the trial will move on to the next stage.
Do you really think I wanted to do any of this? Pay attention to you? What for? Have you ever paid attention to me? Ever empathized with my pain? Ever known how it feels to watch the love of your life dissolve right in front of your eyes? No one helped me. No one even believed me. All those decades ago, even the officers from the Maison Gardiennage were laughing at me. They said there's no way a human being can turn into water. So I must have gone mad from grief. Vignier's death was brushed away by all of you as if it didn't matter at all. Well, now you know, don't you? Ha! Well, it's too late now. All those who were dissolved are gone forever. You only have yourselves to blame. You set up this ornate opera house in pursuit of your so-called justice, your beloved drama, while turning a blind eye to the suffering of the people. Vignier is dead. We promised each other that we would always be together. Wherever she goes, I will follow. But I'm not from this blasted place, so I can't be dissolved. No matter what I do.
Hey, is that water from the primordial sea that he's drinking?
I can't dissolve! Can't dissolve! Can't dissolve! Do you all see? I can't go, I can't follow. So if I can't go where she is, what choice do I have? I did all of that. And in the end, that accursed Callus still got the better of me. I spent my entire life living on pins and needles, only to get stabbed by his idiot daughter at the very end.
The suspect is exhibiting signs of mental distress. Guards, please restrain him.
Don't touch me! Don't anybody come near me! I still need to save Vignier. A promise. We made a promise. Vignier. Vignier! Please, Vignier. Don't think badly of me. All I want to do is fulfill our promise.
At this point, the verdict of this trial is clear. With Mr. Marcel's conviction, the charges against Mr. Tartaglia no longer have any basis.
Fine by me. I was in a bad mood, but after a show like that, I'm actually feeling pretty good.
Traveler, please submit all the evidence you have collected to the guards, so that I might review and summarize the truth behind the serial disappearances case. The man now known as Marcel was originally named Vacher and worked as an adventurer with his partner and lover Vignier. During an underwater expedition, Vignier accidentally came into contact with water from the primordial sea and was dissolved in front of Vacher as a result. Vacher learned of the primordial water's existence through the work of others and began to kidnap young women for research, with the goal of discovering a method to restore Vignier back to life. To cover his tracks, he invented the new alias of Marcel and began to operate a business in Poisson. During the course of his research, Vacher discovered that a diluted concoction of water from the primordial sea can induce feelings of euphoria, and began to manufacture and market synth. However, as he accumulated wealth to fund his continued research and expanded the scope, he came into conflict with Spina di Rosula. After exchanging blows with Spina di Rosula for many years, Vacher decided to assassinate their president Callus at a banquet. Although the assassination did not go as Vacher expected, he was able to turn Callus into the murder suspect, and just recently, Vacher, however, his attempt thus concludes. The Oratrice will... According to the judgment of the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinale, Mr. Vacher is guilty.
Guards! Take the...
Good. It's what...
With that, the serial disappearances case...
We really just witnessed history.
Yippee! He's heard so many... Huh? Are you okay?
Demoiselle, you...
The day our late boss had...
Yeah.
Well now, hasn't this been a most delicious piece of drama? The villain has been caught, justice has been served. Since it's been such a great show, I'll just let the false accusations against me slide. Either way.
Please wait just one moment, Mr. Tartaglia.
Ugh, what now? None of this has anything to do with me.
According to court protocol, since this trial was initiated due to a charge against you, A verdict must also be made regarding the initial charge before the trial.
Oh, come on.
Please respect the law.
All right.
Through evidence presented in the guilty party, we now turn to the According to the judgment of the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinale, Mr. Tartaglia is guilty.
What?
Hey! That's not funny! Didn't you just say— What's with this verdict? Is your justice machine malfunctioning?
Huh? This has never happened before. The Oratrice actually returned a different verdict from the Chief Justice.
I mean, have you ever heard of an innocent Fatui Harbinger? Do you think the Oratrice might have just convicted him on general principle?
But weren't the charges about the serial disappearances case? No matter what else he's guilty.
The judgment of the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinale is, by law, the final verdict of the court. Guards, please take this.
So this is how justice is done in Fontaine. What a joke. You've got your rules. Well, I've got mine too!
I am sorry. If you have been wronged, we will find the truth. But the rules of the court must be upheld.
Hey, Monsieur Novelette, what's going on?
Apologies. This is also the first time. All I do is follow court procedure. As for why the Oratrice arrived at the conclusion it did, you should probably ask someone more knowledgeable than me.
Why are you looking at me? I had nothing to do with it! I don't know what happened there either! Hey, stop staring at me!
What does Lady Farina mean by that?
She says she has no idea either, but that's impossible. Didn't she create the Oratrice herself?
Yeah, so are the verdicts reliable or not? Can results like this really be called justice?
My dearest citizens, don't tell me.
But the way she looked just—
However, if you thought Child had nothing to do with the serial disappearances case, it is everything all shall be. Now, having said that—
So she chose to make her escape after all.
So you're saying—
She probably. However, please be.
All right. After all—
Gather!